Sunday show, which starts approximately an hour's time. So you've got plenty of time to go and do the things you like to go and do before you could join us live here on the Sunday Spiritual Show, where we'll be doing your astrology forecast. Say it is even live because my phone's going off, so I'll just switch it off there. And yes, so look forward to telling you all about all this, what's going on this week very, very shortly. In the meantime, now, let's have a little bit of this. Well, how can I say, this week I think is going to be quite an interesting show this Sunday because the energy is sort of changing again, if you could sense this, and we're coming to a particular time which you guys may be picking up already, like maybe you've learned quite a lot, and maybe you've understood quite a lot, and maybe you've experienced quite a lot. But one of the things I'd say here is maybe that word experience may mean a lot to you by what you now know. And sometimes here we have to go through these, well, I say have to, we've gone through this particular time or journey through this period we're going through, and then suddenly realizing, yeah, now things have started to look like they're changing a different way. So more about this coming up in the hour, and what I'd like to bring forward through the astrology show especially, and also through your horoscopes. So there's quite a lot coming up here, but it's not going to be quite the same with what you've experienced recently. You're thinking, oh, what does that mean? Well, actually, it's not such a bad thing. It's going to be quite an interesting energy indeed. So I'll be talking about this with you. Also, your stories, guys, your stories, what's going on out there with you guys. Thanks for you guys who contacted us and wanted to let us know what's going on. And also your live mini readings. If you'd like a mini reading, we just need your, on this particular show, I just need a colour and I just need your questions. That's all I need there. But I'll be looking forward to seeing you in about 56 minutes. And don't forget, guys, whilst the show is on, please share live. Please do whatever you could do there to show that this is a free show and that people could just join in, watch, listen, do whatever they'd like to go and do. But I'll be seeing you in about an hour from now. And so, guys, this is what we'd like you to do. We would like you to share it. We would like you to subscribe to YouTube if you're coming on through YouTube. And tell your friends about it. It's a free show. Thank you very, very much. Okay. See you guys in about 1 hour, and have a lovely time since then. Loads of stuff to tell you, especially what's coming on next week. And I'll be telling you about that then. In the meantime, no, have a fabulous 57 minutes. I'll be joining you shortly. Okay, take care now. Put this year into one confusing compartment somewhere. I was to think, I don't think of some of the noise you want to call it and the words you want to call it. But anyway, very, very good evening to you. I'm Phil Griggs. I'm your host for the evening. This is Cafe Clairvoyance, and this is the show. This is the show that brings astrology, spirituality, the end of the week, the end of news gossip. We don't do gossip here. Rumours we do. We don't do gossip. Anyway, so yes, with all the news and your astrology forecast, your live mini readings, loads and loads and loads of other stuff there. But so we look forward to seeing you. Very good evening to you, Tonya. Hello, how are you? Hope you're well. And yes, let's get the show on the road with a little bit of intro first of all. See you guys in just a mo. So So, very good evening to you, and I hope you're well. And I've got to say this, and I daren't say this, but I've got to admit it. It's actually starting to get cold out here in Spain. Yeah, I mean, I've got a long sleeve shirt on. That's how bad it is. Yes. I mean, there I was out for lunch with my wonderful wife, the producer, and a friend of mine, Joe. And whilst we were out, it suddenly got nippy. I thought, well, what's going on? Yes, it's suddenly, the weather's changing. Autumn is now officially on its way. At least that's how we're saying it in Spain. You probably guys in the UK saying, hang on, that started weeks ago. What are you guys up to? How about you guys there over in America? Does it feel nippy yet? Chelsea says, good morning from sunny San Diego. Very good morning to you. And yes, I'm very, very well, thank you. I hope you are too. So guys, please let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're from around the world. It's this show that goes out there to entertain you, amuse you, and bring all the gossip, which you don't normally hear from other channels. I mean, you hear all the soaps and things like this, and all the other, I know I've gone about soaps. I bloody hate the things. Anyway, yes, here's the show that we could talk about things that we find quite normal, and everybody else out there seems to think it's quite nuts. But no, we're okay. We're doing all right. So a very, very good evening to you wherever you are. It's lovely to see you. And okay, right, what else got to you? Oh, there's loads of good news tonight. What else would I tell you? I would also like to, oh yeah, all of you are coming on here now. Look at this. Tonya Cunningham says hi. So I dragged her name up accidentally, actually. Anyway, so yes, let's give a little round of applause to you guys, just to say, hey, look, guys. You made it to the end of the week. You did well. And Helen Grady, the fabulous medium, comes on the show. She just says hello from Albier. Albier, in case you don't know where this is in Spain, it's about 30 minutes from me. So sounds like a centre of the universe or something, doesn't it? 30 minutes from me. Chelsea is about 8-9 hours from me. And Tonya is probably about 4-5 hours from me. Yes, one's by car, one's by plane, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Centre of the universe here. Wherever you are, this is where we are. So, Emily, I think you're about 2.5 hours from me. Anyway, I won't go on anymore. Right. Anyway, so news this week. How was your last week? Can I ask you guys? Write in, please. Tell me about your last week. How was it? Did you feel this was a good week? Did you feel it was like, oh, this is different? What was going on there? Because, guys, the reason why I ask this is because we had some very challenging angles out there. Were you all okay? Were you all okay? I mean, so far at the minute, you just seem to be chatty, saying hello to one another. It is still, Chelsea out there is still in the 90s out there. Dear. It's I'm not even going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this. We are getting colder and colder. Tonya says she's 6 hours from me. 6 hours from me. Okay, all right, 6 hours. So, and that's by car. And then if you travel out to Chelsea, well, that's about maybe it's 10 hours, but that's by plane. So there's a difference. So, but it's lovely to talk to you guys at this moment in time, and all of you, we're all able to say hello, chat with one another, and wish each other good wishes and all the other funny stuff. And then we can do this right at this moment in time, rather than having to travel hours towards each other. But I would love to see you guys some point. Maybe we should arrange a meeting time, some point where we all physically meet up in the middle somewhere. So that's San Diego, there's Spain, middle's about, North Pole. No problem at all. We set up a little igloo up there and we'll all meet up. Sound a good idea? Okay, that serves you right there, Chelsea, because you're in the 90s over there. Ha! How dare you be so hot in temperature? I mean. Okay, Ellie says an okay week. See, here we go. Chelsea says a challenging week. Yes, it probably was a challenging week because those energies out there were pretty challenging. And Helen says a lovely relaxing week. And actually, that's one of the better things to go and do with this is actually say here, do you know what? It was probably better just to have a quiet week. Good. And right, okay. And Karen Holistic says, hi everyone, I hope you're good. And this is interesting. Tonya has suddenly taken up alien language. This is really good. She's gone yucca hua. This means that I think that means she's quite well. That's great. That's great. Yaka hua hua hua. This is the new language that we're starting to to embrace. Yes. How's that? Thank you, Tonya, for that. Anyway, and also we have here. She said very confusing week. Yes, it probably was that too. Like, which way are we going? And then Audrey says here, good week, but lots of tech issues. Now, that's an interesting one. We have tech issues, Audrey. Yes, because that was possibly Mercury retrograde, which rules electricity, coming up to an opposing Uranus, which also has ties to do with electricity. So over the next couple of days or so, which I'm glad we're not doing a show directly tomorrow, but just watch tomorrow for tech issues, because Uranus is going to be in direct opposition to Mercury, and see what that brings up there. So for some of us, I like this. What a way to explain it. This means everything, doesn't it? It means everything. These are words, those words that come out here. And Julia says, week from hell. Oh dear. And Audrey says, and then Tonya says, lol, yeah. Yes, it would help put my glasses on. Yes, but no, that new language there, that yucca hua hua hua, that's quite interesting. Yeah, I think we understand that. Anyway, so whatever you guys have been up to, where are you in the world? Where are you all coming from? Are you coming from Spain? I know we've got Chelsea out there in the States. Where else are you guys out there? And Susanna, now this is a nice lady. I would just like to think we need to take this time out here to give a little round of applause to Susanna. And you're thinking, why are we giving a round of applause to Susanna? We're actually going to give her another round of applause. And one of the reasons here is because this week she has become a delightful grandmother to a lovely little boy called Hunter, and there he is. Isn't that lovely? Little boy called Hunter. This is your grandson there. So I think we need to give you another round of applause to you, to your daughter, and to Hunter. Now you're thinking, Hunter, that's an unusual name. Now, why is a grandson called Hunter? Okay, answers on a postcard. And Susanna, do not give this away. Do not tell everybody. Is that right? Not everybody. Because people got to guess here. Why is a grandson called Hunter? Yes, okay, we're all saying congratulations here, and Audrey is saying, yay. And now Audrey's coming from PA near Philly and States. I've been around there. I've been had some fabulous times around there. Yes, been in New York and Philly, and yes, wonderful areas, and also down to New Jersey, all around that area. Lovely place. And yes, okay, Paul's saying, hi, hun. I think that's the producer, by the way. It's not to me. That's the producer. He would say something else to me, but there you go. Okay, and Lisa says, hi everyone, hope you're well. Yes, we're very, very well. And right, Jay Jones says, Somerset, my lovely, but wish I was back in Spain. Come on over to my place. Come on, we're having a party. Hey, let's add some, yes, come over to my place. We're having a party. And let's add in some few lyrics here from Tonya. So it's, come on over to my place. Hey, we're having a party. Yi-Q, hua, hua. But that's a good song, isn't it? That's not bad. Yes. Anyway, meanwhile, back in the studio, we'd just like to say here, any reason why you would say here that Susanna's grandson is called Hunter. There is a clue up there in the stars. Is any of you getting this at the minute? Ah, dear. All right. Lisa says, congratulations, little cutie. And Paul Sarah said, that was to Helen for a change. To Helen. Oh, okay. Helen, there you go. You got hi, hun from Paul. That's nice. Okay. And are you sure you're drinking coffee? Actually, this is a green bean coffee. You know what they put in the beans here, don't you? Venetia Carlton says, hi from cold UK, Miss Spain, trying to get back as soon as possible. Yes, I know. The old travel restrictions are getting pretty heavy now out there, now, aren't they? And right, and Paul's making it more direct now. He says, hi, Debs. So now we got on to name terms rather than just called hun. because that can mean everybody here. So Paul's saying hello to you, all you lovely ladies out there. He's just called you hun. Is that right, guys? So Paul's there just saying hello to you. Isn't that nice? Well done, Paul. Well done, Paul. I think you're a nice chap. Yeah, that's just for you. Okay, we'll give the answer back shortly if you guys can't work out at the moment why Susanna's grandson is called Hunter. There'll be a reason. Maybe you guys can guess this. He's only a few days old. That will be the clue. Oh, for goodness sake. Now we've got somewhat romance going on here. This is getting awful. And this is now from, I believe it's Eleni over to Paul. Hi, hunk. I mean, what is this? What is this? This is this is supposed to be an astrological show, not a dating program. What's going on here? Dear God. Anyway, so, yes, there we go. We'll have to do some of those scissors in a minute. Enough of this now. Right, okay, so you guys out there. Paul says thank you, like you too. Come on now, we've got to get on with your star stuff. Now, so this week, been quite an extraordinary time, hasn't it? Been quite an extraordinary time, and sometimes you can hear, why are we going through these extraordinary times? Well, the reason being is because the sun has been in Libra, and we've got the three big heavies over in Capricorn, and they're cardinal signs. They're normally what we call initiators. These are signs that get things going, get things moving on. And it's like exhausting, because every time you sort of make a plan, say, right, we're going to do that this week, something comes up to say, no, it's not going to work. Something else is stopping us, holding us back. But we've got these great ideas. Yes. Do not lose those ideas you have. Do not lose those great thoughts of kindness, happiness towards others, whatever it is that's blocked or strained or difficult, because it's likely to change. But whilst this is going on here, the sun's been making what we call a 90-degree aspect, and it creates tension, difficulties, delays, all this sort of stuff here. And it's over in Capricorn, which is very much about organization, putting things into structure and timing. But all the structure just seems to go out of sync. It's like saying, hey, I'll meet you on Tuesday. Oh, I can't now. I've got to go and do such and such. And then you want to do something Thursday. Oh, for goodness sake. No, so-and-so's there. I've got to go and look after them. And then, of course, all these plans just go away. So which is why I'd say here, for some of you, just being able to just put your feet up and just have a relaxing week is probably the best thing. So I think that's one of the best things we can say. Good. Right, let me see loads of people watching and loads of lovely to see lovely people engaging here. So fantastic. Okay, so I think we better go on a bit of star stuff, don't you? Okay. Any ideas so far? We're going to reveal this at half past the hour. And I tell you, let's make a bit of a competition there. We're going to do an extra special reading for someone. Susanna, you cannot get involved. Extra special reading here about why her grandson is called Hunter. Extra special reading for someone here who gets the reason why. And we're called Hunter. So I've already given a clue. The clue there is up there. That's it. It's not your Ruth. No, it's is it his birth sign? No, it's not his birth sign. But thank you very much for your attempt there, Helen. And also Kathy from Baltimore says, hello there. So it's probably just turned afternoon for you guys, I think, hasn't it? Good afternoon. Good afternoon from Spain. It sounds like England. No, we're in Spain. And yes, yes, you can do. And we're coming on to that in a little while. In the meantime, guys, anything to do with the time, anything to the time he was born? Yes, it is to do with the time he was born. Think about that. Hunter, born in Leo. A little bit here to do with this, but something very specific about why he's called Hunter. Something that's just happened recently. I'll give you another clue. So recently it's happened astrologically, if I give a clue like that. Is it to do with the stars? Angelia says here, yes, it's to do with the stars. You're spot on. I think this is a lovely fortunate thing here was is if it's connected with the stars here, that will help you guys to work out why he's called Hunter. Is it an astrological sign? No. Sort of, but no. It's not the sign. I'll give you the clue there. It's not the sign. Well, it is a sign, but there's something about that sign. Something happened in that sign. And it happens yearly. I could tell you that as well. Yes, all this is getting good, isn't it? It's getting good. I can see you all writing in now, those keyboards steaming up with smoke and fire as you're writing so quickly. Is it this? Is it that? Is it that? Is it this? Come on now. Come on, guys. You're getting so many clues there. A star or multiple sign. Very, very close. Very close. What's just, if we look at what's happened up there. So we know, it's not, yes, the star sign is involved, but it's something specific about what happened in that star sign a few days ago. Because Galley's only about 2 days old or something. Yeah, 2 days old. So, yes, okay. Hunter. Right, okay. And, yes, that may help out you guys a little bit more here. Because just reading your things here. Okay, so let's have a look at a bit of your star sign, guys, and let's work through this. Now, an interesting week because you've got Mercury's retrograde, and it's people thinking, oh God, Mercury retrograde, this is awful, it's terrible. No, not really. Not really. It happens at least 3 times a year, but it gives us the opportunity, in some respects, to take the foot off the accelerator. Mars has practically put the brake on, let alone the accelerator. So everything just. It all winds down. Nora Shea says, hello. Yes, we're all safe and well, and thank you very much. So, okay. Venetia, it's not the full moon, but you're spot on. It's not the full moon. Come on now, guys. It's not the full moon. Venetia, come on now. You can do this quickly. It's not the full moon. What moon was it? Okay, guys. New moon! Hey, Chelsea's come through with this new moon. Yes, okay. Right. She was on the hunt and couldn't find a name Hunter. Audrey says new moon. Chelsea's come through first. It's a new moon. And it is. It's called the Hunter's Moon, says Jay Jones. So Jay Jones and Chelsea, I think some point during the show you're going to have a little bit of a digital reading there. How's that? So well done, you guys. Yes, it was the new moon. It's called the Hunter's Moon. So Susanna there called her, Susanna's grandson was called Hunter because he was born on the new moon called the Hunter's Moon. Fabulous. What a lovely idea. Yes, okay, the new moon at the time was Hunter Moon. That's right. Okay, well done, guys. We got there, and I think another round of applause to you guys, and a bit of a hoot, and one of these. Yes, all that there. Good. Thank you very much, and wonderful wishes there to Susanna, her family, and everybody there, and congratulations. So, yes, and we even have Ellie there saying, yes, lovely idea. Okay, come on now, guys. Let's get your star charts on a go, and let's have a look at this. Excuse me, just before we go and do that, let's go and do a little bit of this. Okay, so guys, here we go. Here comes your star charts. Here's a star chart for the week. Starting this week with a fabulous sign, the romantic sign. The absolutely charming sign here of Libra. Any Librans out there? By all means, stick your thumbs up and just say, yay, that is me. Yes. Laura says, love hamburgers. Yes, love and hamburgers. Love and hamburgers are the same. See, it's just a little twist of fingers. Just imagine that. That's it. Yes, that's right. It was the new moon in Libra, says Venetia. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay, right. You Librans, lovely people. Aren't you gorgeous people? You're ruled by the lovely sign. It will sign the lovely planet of Venus, and Venus is actually having a terrific experience coming through Virgo just now because amazing things start happening because Venus here is about to make some wonderful links over to Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. And because these are the 3 heavies here, which have been weighing everything up. It's been plod, transition, change. Jupiter bringing in this feeling of spreading light and information out there, but it hit Pluto, the planet which is also associated with viruses, so it's spread that out crazy wide. But on another level, though, is also, if we look for it, it gives us terrific opportunities to make amazing things in our lives, in our world, such as what's going on now, coming into now, because Jupiter and Pluto can transform our lives into something amazing. You should go look for it. So even though it's sad, it's difficult, I know it's been upheaving with some people, lost their lives, their jobs, their houses, and a lot of things here. I must admit that, yes, hearing some reports the other day about the amount of people in the courts who are going through filing for bankruptcy and losing their houses. Terrible. However, guys, in astrology, I empathize with you guys entirely, but in astrology, if we look at Jupiter and Pluto, there is a transformation coming up, which we've got to look for, if I can say here, the way ahead. It's not what was, it's the way ahead. So hopefully that's nice thing there. Okay, and just quickly there, Joe Carter says, I named my dog Luna as the day she escaped. I looked after her as a lunar moon. So we moved in 5 weeks ago. Luna seemed perfect name for her. Absolutely, that's lovely. Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you. Right, okay, so Aries. Now this is interesting. Okay, Libra, final difficult aspect for a while as the sun draws towards the end of your sign. Now the sun goes through the sign, it's just finished making an aspect to Saturn, which has been quite tiring, quite restrictive, thinking here that lot to do, maybe of a very, very busy time, loads to do, loads of responsibilities, loads of issues, things like this. And it's coming to the end of the sign now. And now Venus in the meantime, is bringing some sparkling news for you. Now, it's in the sign of Virgo, which is in the subconscious. So sometimes you may find here is the sign here, which is interesting because it's starting now to work on minds and things like this. You actually think, yeah, actually there's a way forward. And then you get these planets coming on in Capricorn, which is working out through your fourth house there to do family and areas like this and home. And you watch things start to come up. You may find here that there's new family businesses or new family ventures or things which are going to start transforming the world like that. Maybe there's a new home or you're doing something to make your lives even better and easier. And suddenly you're going to find a flow of energy that starts working better and easier. Yes, there we go. Loads of you asking for readings. Yes, I'm going to do that at about just after past, I think, just after then. Right, Scorpio. Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is retrograde in your sign. Now, this for a lot of people here is driving everybody mad because everybody wants answers. Everybody wants truth. They want to know what's going on. And Mercury is retrograde is digging around looking for information here like we are at the moment, trying to find peace, trying to find resolution, trying to find some happiness, and yet this is conflicting stuff. However, Mercury, though, is also going to start making some aspects. It's going to start working with an aspect over to Uranus. And for you here, you could find this thinking, why am I banging my head against a brick wall? Because Uranus is saying here, stop. Just stop. Just stop. And it's saying stop here to say here, don't keep trying to look for things that you can't find answers to just yet. You may well find the answers coming into your life, Scorpio, in a while. Time to rethink things through. Just take things nice and easy. Hunter's dad is a Scorpio, but that's interesting too. Thank you very much, Susanna. That's lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you very much there. It's also a time for you Scorpios to go over old plans and a great time to complete old jobs. Don't lose sight of the goals that you've got in front of you guys. Scorpios, just don't lose sight of this. It can seem like here, God, this is mad. Just you've got to find time to take time off, and really it's probably going to be the best thing to go and do. Venus and all the planets going on in Capricorn, they're quite friendly to you. Being water and earth, that tends to work out quite well. So anything to do with like social plans, things like this, getting out about, meeting people, social interaction, finding support from other people, because Scorpios aren't always the greatest people to ask other people for help by tradition. They normally keep things bottled up down there somewhere. Yeah. Do you know that, Scorpios? Yes? Anyway, right, Sagittarius. Let's have a look at the old Saggies. Saggies here. Okay, your ruler and Venus are on very harmonious terms this week. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice? And some very, very happy times may be in store. Venus here is actually working very, very lively for you. And also what you're going to find here too is there may be a little bit confusion. Chelsea, you can put that in. I will do the reading for you. Just think about your question there and make it specific, though, because I'll do you quite a big one there. Chelsea, make it quite specific. Anyway, so Sag, what I'd like to say to you here is that you've got Venus there, which is over in your 10th house, to do with your career aims, things like this, and where you want to go. And then suddenly you're going to get this harmony around you where all of a sudden everything starts to move forward. And it's good. So good. And I think this is an important time for you, Saggies, to start. You can actually start looking ahead a little bit. And maybe things are changing. Maybe things are new. That is the secret to, as we come towards the end of this year, is looking at what's new. New beginnings, new starts. And they'll probably go very, very well. And they'll probably be absolutely brilliant. Anyway, good. Yes, Scorpio. She says, Tony says, yeah, that's so true, Scorpio. Okay, don't like to tell people our business. Yes, that's a Scorpio. Tends to be a bit of a Scorpio trait there. Okay, right. Lovely stuff. Anyway, right, Capricorn's here. Let's give you a little bit of a knees up to you guys here, because you, like quite a few others, have been going feeling like, am I carrying the donkey, or is the donkey doing the work? You're trying to work. You're probably confused between which one is helping you climb up the hill. Am I carrying a donkey, or am I the donkey overloaded, or whatever? Anyway, new ventures are highlighted and news from afar. Out there somewhere, news from afar. Even there, we're seeing Tony's funny language, like light language, wherever it's from. Yes, she could be bringing news from afar. Unexpected good news. Venus heads in a starry lineup as it works in 3 big houses in your sign. Things are new and shifting for you, and suddenly you're going to find here life going boom, racing ahead. You're going to have a pretty good time with this. So I think you're going to be in for a very, very lively time. Capricorns, things are turning. Now that's the thing this week, because we're coming to the end of this phase where everything has been all right. Mars is still retrograde and will be until about the middle of November, but there is going to be some energy coming in, which is going to new starts coming in. The pace will pick up around about November and December. I tell you what, great lineup then. It's just this particular period we're going through, which is starting to change. This is what people are saying about the new dimension and how we're now tuning in more into ourselves. And in a way, not listening too much that's going on out there. We're listening more to ourselves and relating to people who sit on the same vibration as ourselves here. Which is why we have a show like this, because you're so vibey. You're amazing. Anyway, Aquarians. News around the home and family may have been conflicting, or arguments have left some confusion in the air, and it will pass. It's gone. Good. Anyway, as a philosophical sign, what you do now can either benefit you, or you're going to leave something behind. And the reason for that is because Mercury and Uranus. What's going to start happening here is that you guys are going to start looking at lives and start moving things on, changing the way you've been working here, guys. Now, I agree with you. You're probably going to either enhance something and make it better. You're just going to say, tell you what, finish with this, move it on. Anyway, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. People say the most strangest things, or perhaps some unexpected cloudiness has been around you. Now, this is because your rulers linked to Neptune could feel like an extreme cloudiness or confusion is in the air. But just let this pass, because you'll soon see that the way things are going to go, that the way you're going to go here is why I think here you'll soon feel that everything comes back into a far better, favourable time. And no, you haven't lost everything. It's just that Neptune here is a higher octave of Venus here, which is over in Pisces. Could have clouded things a little bit. Just let things pass. Venus is coming up. He's going to make brilliant links over to everything there in Capricorn. It's going to be a better time. So social times are the real thing here. So you Pisces, get out of your little fish bowls, if I can say that, because you've got the sign of the fish. That's the only reason why I'm saying that to you, because you are the only guys in fish bowls. Anyway, so get out of those and you start socialising. You'll find you'll have a fantastic time. How's that? Magic? Of course it is. Anyway, good. Aries. Hello, Aries. How are you? You fiery people. And yet you've got Mars going through your sign. It just says, I'm just taking a rest. rest. I'm just taking a nap. I'm just taking it nice and easy. And it may not be the best time to climb ladders, but it is a good time to get noticed by what you are doing. You know, sometimes thinking you want to go to the boss and say, can I have a raise? Nil par this week. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you do that, it will go wrong. It will go wrong. Not completely wrong, but I'm saying it. Don't do things to get raises. But what you do want to do is to get noticed. So, you know, sometimes we say here, it's not what we say, it's what we do. We do here. And for you Arians, I say it's a very good time to see what you're doing. And right, okay. Well, however, you've also got some very good news here as Venus, which is linking to a fellow cardinal sign. No, Venus isn't a fellow cardinal sign, but it's what it's doing in Capricorn as a fellow cardinal signs are starting to drive things forwards for you. What you're also starting to get here, some new ventures are coming up for you, which look better, but they're not directly in a working environment or anywhere like this. But there are some new times to look forward to, which could be quite happy. Yes, because Venus is going to help you to accomplish things in a possibly non-traditional way. Now, by the way this year has gone, it's probably as bonkers as it comes. But we're about as bonkers as it comes. So anything that you think is traditional probably is just like so old-fashioned now. You want something that's completely untraditional or non-traditional. Yes? Okay, right, okay, lovely to see you guys watching out there, lovely to see you guys live on here. Raina, lovely to see you too. And what else is, what's going on here? Let's have a word with you Taurians. I love you Taurians, you're lovely people. Your sign is like a baked potato, and if you want to charm a Taurian, just take them out to dinner. It's easy, any meal will do. Any meal whatsoever. Just take a Taurian out for a meal and that's it. You are quids in, because they're, you know that sign with the, there it is, you can see it, it's just where my figure here is just there. See, it looks like a baked potato. See, beans, mash, things like that. They love it. Anyway, right, Mercury opposite Uranus now. This is the bit here may leave you thinking you have limited cards to play with. People may be playing difficult. However, just being playing difficultly. However, Venus in your friendly sign of Virgo is likely to help things up towards. For you to see your life getting a little bit better. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, especially where you're trying to accomplish different things at the moment. Yes, this is yes. So I'd say that's probably quite an important thing around you now. And yes, so you guys out there, I think you're going to have a quite extraordinary times. I think, although you're thinking, God, this is hard to play with at the minute, don't worry for too long. It's going to change. It's going to change here. Gemini, your ruler's retrograde, the retrograde motion, makes a challenging link to Uranus this week, as we were saying here. And rather than making noises, maybe advisable to look at all of the other options available to you before acting. And Venus here in your home sector suggests maybe there's some quiet conversations. Maybe there's some conversations you can have with people which are going to help you. And but let's have a look here. Right now, however, some family or close friends may be able to give you some options here, maybe to help you. And money matters may have some surprises in store for you. And a lot of these people here, a lot of you Geminis at the moment have gone through very difficult times financially, but then also watch things change a little bit. Things could have a little bit more of an upward turn. Let's see where things go. Okay, Cancer here. What a very sociable week for you guys. Venus in Virgo sends some sparkling vibes over to Jupiter in Capricorn, over Capricorn, and it starts tomorrow. This phase starts tomorrow. It goes on for almost a full week of Venus doing this. It's fantastic. And then the good news is the Sun moves out of this difficult sign, well, it's not difficult sign, out of Libra, goes to Scorpio, and the scene changes again. Watch what happens. Okay, right, and let's have a look here. Leo, some frustrations that were going on earlier this week may well start to fade for you guys. Venus is linked to Jupiter in the week. May well start off some fun new adventure, and I think you need a bit of adventure, guys. And it stops you guys thinking about the past. It starts helping you guys look towards the future. And for Leos, this can be very difficult because Leos like to think back there sometimes. Well, what about the past? What about all this? No, guys, it's about linking towards the future. And you have to wait until mid-November for all the boxes to be ticked. But it looks good. No, What new adventures would you like to start? So you've got some questions there to go and start there for you guys. And for Virgo, finally for Virgo, Venus in your sign makes a wonderful link to the three heavies this week in Capricorn. You may not have felt you have had support from everyone, but new options are on the table for you. Take advantage of this extraordinary time. Your ruler's link to Uranus changes the play with an amazing issue, or perhaps changes in direction. And I think that should be absolutely extraordinary for you guys. So astrology forecast, thank you very much, guys. Just say here, big thank you to Stephanie J. King, who came on the show last Tuesday. She was a fantastic show. And thank you for all you guys there who came in and just watched everything. Fantastic, fantastic. And also here, on this Tuesday, very interesting lady coming on the show. Her name's Maria Helmsley. And she's a psychic hairdresser. And she's going to be coming on the show. She'll be coming to the studio with me. And so we're both going to share the side-by-side here. I'll be holding on to my hair like this. And she's going to talk about psychic hairdressing. And I'm sure there's loads of questions you guys have got there. And what information your hair holds and what it is you want to let go of. And maybe there's some things you could just say here to do. But we'll be doing that show coming up on Tuesday. It starts at 8 o'clock here in Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK. And if you guys are abroad, and it's earlier on in the day, so that's probably going to be 11 a.m. for you guys in San Diego. And throughout about 1 or 2 o'clock for you guys in the afternoon on the east coast of the States. And okay, right, I think now we need a little bit of this. Let's do this. Okay, guys, are you ready out there? I think we're going to have to go and start and do some readings there. Yep, that's the side. That's the side we all want to hear there, and that's where we're going. So, right, okay. Now, Chelsea was one of the people that I saw there, and she came up there. Let's have a little look. And, right, Chelsea, I just saw it there. Yes. Now, she came in earlier on there, and she said to me that she was one who said here about the Hunter Moon. So, Blue, as I seem to have very bad luck in romance department, I'm curious as to what you see surrounding that. Thank you. I hope it's specific enough. Of course it is. Of course it is here. Okay. So Chelsea looks absolutely lovely there. Charming young lady indeed. And yes, most charming young ladies in San Diego. How's that? Is that nice? Is that nice? Okay, so let's have a look here. And Kaylee says, hello, everyone. And to everybody else, let's see you going here. And let's have a little butchers here. Let's have a look. So the first thing I'd like to say to you here is probably now is not the most greatest of time romance-wise. However, or hasn't been, should I say here. But if you were to look at your social elements come up in front of you, in fact, it's quite funny, really, because would you understand there's guys around you who actually quite like you, but you're not really interested in them? Would you understand that? Because this is the vibration that started to come up here on that side. Now, on the other level here, what I'd like to say to you is there's another energy that's coming up as well with you. And that is to say that I feel that coming up in the next few weeks or so, I think things are likely to change a great deal. Now, watch for a guy. Now, you go on colour blue. I want to say the colour purple. And I want to say a motorbike. A motorbike. It's a guy with a purple motorbike. Probably think, where the hell has he come from? Who's he? If he turns up one of them, he's probably going to start singing, get out his guitar and start looking at her singing Purple Rain. Anyway, there we go. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, if he does that, you will let us know. In fact, you will film it and put it live directly to this show now, won't you? Good. Okay, but let's have a little look, though. Right, I just get the colour purple. I see a motorbike and I see a guy. So there you go. Let's have a little look here. Let's have a little shuffle your cards. I'm just going to stop just there and let's have a little look here. Right. 3 piles of cards. I've got the left, the middle, and the right. I'm going to go for the left on this because you've left the past behind. How's that? Is that nice? Is that nice? Good. And right. Okay. Now, Chelsea, what I would like to say here too is I look at your cards. Yes, I can see guys around you, but they're just not the right ones, are they? They're just not the right ones. They're just so annoying. So there's like, how do you attract these guys? Well, one of the things I say here is take a nice big deep relaxing breath. Just tune into the universe, just thinking, hey, angels out there, hey, universe, God, whatever you like to, however you believe in your higher power there. And maybe just say here, you just need, guys up there, can you bring me someone in my life who's going to mean the world to me? Someone's going to bring love, romance, passion, more passion. All right, we won't go too far. This is a lively show. More passion. And no, your card is saying for a little while, it's adventure. But I think the guys you meet are people that you start more socializing with rather than, I think it's just being in the right environment around you and you're going to suddenly find this. Yes, it's great on lockdown, isn't it? There's only about 3 people you could date. It's either the postman, the bin man, or the milkman. One of the 3. Anyway, no, but I do feel that you're going to meet someone there. I just see a purple colour comes so strong, and a bike, and someone you're going to meet. You're thinking this is just going to be hilarious, but I think it will be actually. So I think that's going to be great news for you. So there we go. There we go. Okay, let's go on to Jay. Hello, Jay. How are you doing there? I'm just going to put my glasses on there and quickly get your details there. Just there you are, Jane. Cancer. Where am I heading? Country, love. Country and love. Now, what I like to say to you here is I feel in this particular energy you're coming into is going to be another extraordinary few months in front of you, because although life would have felt like the tide went out thinking, well, if the tide doesn't come in, I can't get to the direction you want to go to. But when the tide went out, what it did is it opened up to you the seabed. And what you may have found on the seabed is like good things, maybe not so good things, but you found out stuff. You found a lot of stuff here for you that you needed to know. Maybe the tide going out leaves old thoughts to go off somewhere while you clear your mind and start thinking, okay, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? What I do here. So first of all, let's have a little look here and just see what comes up. But I'm sure it's going to be quite extraordinary than what we see here. Quite extraordinary. And let's see what happens. Right. Just finished shuffling the cards for me. You're going to cut the pack into 3 piles. I've got the left, the middle, and the right. And I'm going to go for the middle on this. And your energy is coming up here. I would say here about countries where you're heading. It seems to be here. No. You, my young lady, are on the move. You're going off to a place to make money. And you're leaving behind you old love. And you are in fear of making the wrong decision. How does that sound? Is that about right? Because your cards are coming up here to say here, very soon, the tide starts to come back in and you're going to start making decisions. Jay, the one thing I'd say to you here is, and picking up by the energy through your cards here, the greatest of opportunities are going to start coming towards you, but will you take them? It's entirely up to you. And if you embrace it through fear, then it's not going to be so easy. It won't be so easy. You've got to look at this differently. And I think that's where you're going to see life getting a little bit differently. Okay, right. How's that? So, okay, we're going for Helen there, and thank you very, very much, Helen, for coming in. And Helen's a wonderful medium. In fact, we'll get her on a show soon, just even if it's for a chit chat show, but she's due to come on at the end of the year for a very special show. We'll tell you more about that later on. But in the meantime, Helen, let's go and say hello to you, Helen. There you go. It's just come up there. Anyway, Helen, what I'd like to say here, first of all, is would you understand, please, about a very special handkerchief, please? A very special one. It's this, to me, it means absolutely nothing. To you, it may mean something very poignant. But I've got a very special handkerchief, and I want to talk about a very special, if it's big, small, whatever, bottle of what looks like brandy or cognac, which is cognac, something there which will mean something to you. So the gentleman here is coming through, and he's saying to me here, he says about he says here, wants to say a big thank you to you. He also wants to give you, new keys to something. Yes, he's holding me keys on a key ring. He says here, here's new keys for you. He wants to say here, He wants to put marching boots on. I've got the army boots. He wants to put marching boots on, like you're about to do something, move forwards and change things a little bit. And he's saying here, he says, sometimes you'll be thinking, right, okay, I've got a great idea, we're going left. No, I've got another idea, we're going right. I've got another idea, do nothing. Absolutely spot on, do nothing. That's what he wants to say to me here. And what he wants to bring through, he wants to bring through peas pudding, and he also wants to bring through, he just wants to say here, this guy wants to be celebrated, and I believe this guy is your father. He could say he wants to be celebrated. He doesn't want any fuss. He just says, if you're having fish and chips for a meal to think of me, he says, I'm happy with that. He doesn't need a great big meal, so to speak. He says, if you're thinking of me, that's just nice. And he says to me here, he does that. He gives me a wink to you. But he had a bad eye as well. His eye wasn't very well, so if you'd understand that. Anyway, let's have a little look at the cards here, see where they're going, because I get the feeling here that he's given me keys, but you'll be wondering which direction you're going in. But the news will come soon. The news will come soon, and you'll be quite surprised, he tells me here, I suppose. But he says he's working on your side here. He's working on you. And he says to me here, he says here, now this is interesting. What you've got to be careful about being pulled down on is other members of maybe people very close to you, even if it's his family, who are trying to pull you down. They're pulling you down because they're not feeling so great. There's a point you've got to stand back a little bit and be able to say, hey, look, I can help you from, if I can say it like this, from afar. Rather than taking on the emotions and feel like, oh God, I feel like I've been pulled down as well and I've got to go and do everything. No, he wants to give you this feeling here about staying in your own power. Now, just shuffle the cards here. Left, a bit of right. I'm going to go for right on this and see where this comes through. It comes through. He also wants to give me a gold ring. And he also wants to say, yes, your properties about where you're going or what you're doing. Your cards here to say here, just stop here. You are going to be making some extraordinary decisions, but not just yet about where homes are going. Because of this card here, the Eight of Wands is coming up here to say, yes, great. Slow down on decision making. You'll be thinking for a while, but no property just yet is signed, sealed, delivered. This is where you're going to stay. You've got some odd things coming up. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, bad eye as well. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. Good. Okay, let's have a little look here. Let's see where we're going next. Let's have a little look. So, okie dokie. I'm just looking on my scribble there, and let's have a little look. Right, okay. Adriana, anything for me, please? Yes, let's have a little look here, see what comes up. Right, a little sip of the old coffee. Right. See where we're going. Right, okie dokie. Let's have a look here. Adriana, let's just go and whisk up there and just go and get you quickly. Anything I should know? Anything I should know? Let's have a look. Audrey, coming back to you in just a minute. Right, Adriana, anything I should know? Let's have a look here. Anything you need to know, Adriana? Right. Right, let's go for the middle on this one. Adriana, anything I should know? Purple. Well, the thing is, I say your colour purple is a lot of what you know is what you need to know. The only thing I say is just don't look too closely into things. And your other cards there coming up saying, yes, you need to walk away from someone or something. Something you're walking away from. And sometimes we're thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right way? Well, yes, actually you are. You are going the right way. And I pick up here that that's probably where you're going to go. And I think you'll be just fine. And right, okie dokie. And yes, so basically here I think that yes, you're walking away from people. And actually that's not a bad thing. Because I think for after a little while you'll be thinking and realising here, do you know what? I'm in a good place. Damn good place. Isn't that nice? Nice to feel like that. Audrey, let's have a little looky with you and see what comes up there. Right. D. Right. Okie dokie. Let's have a little look here. And here we go. Right. Purple Gemini, read general reading, please. Okay, if Audrey, what I'd like to say around you first. I've got a nice gentleman here who wants to come through, and he loved his cars. He wants to tell me here about a lovely car. He used to love cleaning, polishing. He used to be on the drive there, whether it's every Sunday, he used to wash it and polish it. But this guy here is talking to me and he wants to come through to you. And he also tells me his teeth weren't very good. And I get a feeling he may have had false teeth or teeth that didn't fit in his mouth very well, because he's talking, his mouth doing one thing, but his teeth are doing another. It's almost like they're chatting up, and yes, anyway, going all directions here. He didn't want any fuss, he said, before he passed. He said, look, just let me go into a care home, hospital, wherever it was, and just let me go. He didn't want any fuss. He just says here, look, I've done my time down here. Don't worry, folks, I'll be fine. And that's what he wanted to do. And although people are saying, please, we don't want you to go, he says, look, it's my time. So this guy then took himself over here, and he says he's got a big R name to do his name, big R to do his name here. And he also wants to show me here that he tells me here he had a very bad leg, and I get the feeling this was his left leg rather than his right leg. And but he says here, he says, don't ever think, she says, it's my dad again. Okay. And okay. So he's actually coming through, and he's very pleased for you. He just says here, he says, do you know what? You know that time he just needs to damp your brow a little bit because you've been through some funny times. What he's saying in front of you is there may all be news or things that you hear in front of you, which is just chit chat. And all you've got to do here, he says here, is do nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's all you have to do. And all he wants to say to you here is just take it nice and easy. All he wants to do is to say here is that you're going to be resting here and not paying too much attention to what's going on there. And I think that's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing, because it says after that, life starts to pick itself back up again and you'll be a lot happier. And I think that's probably going to be where you're going. How is that? Is that better? Good. Okay, right. Let's go a little word with Sam. Hello, Sam. How are you? Should I build my business bigger? Whoa, what a question. Well, with Venus and Jupiter coming up, I would immediately say yes. However, what I'd also say here, but it also says you're a Pisces. Pisces is that lovely energy you got there on the 13th of the 3rd. And I'd also would say here is that this is also time around you. I would look very carefully about building it bigger, but maybe getting the plans drawn up here. Mercury's out of phase, so is Mars. But look into November and later November, even December is a time I'd say here that you'll have more support around you. Maybe a cavalry behind your back sort of supporting you and helping your way. And I think here that will probably help you out a great deal. So I see things moving ahead that way, and I think you'll be in a good place. How's that? So, okay. Sam, let's have a look here. I think, yes, it's just time. Okay. Right, let's have... I'm going to go for the middle on this. I'm going to go for the middle and see where we come up for you, Sam, and see where we're going. Okay, should you build your business bigger? Okay, you seem to be getting advice around you, which is sort of telling you the opposite. Play for time here. Would you understand, Sam, if I'm saying this to you, that you're feeling that you've got people against you or people blocking you at the moment, and you're there going, why are they doing this? Would you understand this as... maybe people think this is too much for you to do, whatever, but look at your cards, which is the underlying card around you. Well, although you may feel you can't go as big as what you can at the moment, you will be soon. And that will get better. That will get far better for you. So good luck, Sam. I think that'd be great news. Now, let's have a little look as we go down here, and let's go and pop down the road too. I just saw information just there. In fact, just before we do this, let's go and have a little look at, yes, this is the wonderful Maria, who's coming on this week. There she is, lovely lady. She's a psychic hairdresser, can't wait to see her, and terrific lady. You can see those eyes there, my goodness, very intuitive, very psychic indeed. She'll be joining us, and I'm sure that'll be an absolutely fabulous time. Okay, right. Rachel would love a reading. Yes, come and help you out, Rachel. She said that would love a card reading for home and work. We could do one or the other. We don't get time to do it all. But let's do for work. Let's do for work here first of all, Rachel, and see what comes up here. Right. Let's have a look. And right, good evening to all you guys out there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Good afternoon to some of you. And Let's see what's working. Okay, 3 piles of cards here. I've got the left, the middle, and the right. I'm going to go for the right on this one. I feel Rachel. I feel I'm tuned to this one here. And let's see what comes up here to do with work. Now, whoa, okay. Now, would you understand if I said to you here, the work seems to be like we're having every block to it could possibly have, and yet you are not giving in, are you? No, you're not giving in. And wise woman you are, I would say here. Very wise woman indeed. And I would say here too, that as I start looking at these cards here, this first card here says here, well, it's just, it's not easy at the moment. In fact, if I'd say here regarding work, I wouldn't rush anything just at the moment. Not a thing, because there may be a job that you're going to go back to that maybe you did quite some time back, and maybe that was important to you then. But what I pick up here is you'll be looking at events around you, life around you, and they'll actually be going in a different way. So, but finally, career-wise, you're going to be happy. That then spills onto a happier home life to come out in front for you. If I looked at January or February around you career-wise, I think you'd be in a very good place. And doing better for yourself. I feel like, yes, got a bit more drive to you here. Now, on the other level here, which I think is also amazing here, is on the other note, I've also got the other cards here also show me that as you come more towards June, during the Cancer time, next June, July, Cancer next year, that's when it's going to be quite an interesting time. Very, very interesting time for you. Yes. And I think if you did join that then, and did enjoy it, and you would just play it at a pace rather than try to push it, I think you have a fabulous time. So good. Okay. Yes, we're going to squeeze you in, Susie, because I saw you there earlier on, and very, very good evening to you. Sorry, I didn't say, general reading, please. First time for me, Blue Taurus. Hello. Sorry. Anyway. Susie, one of the things I like to say here is would you understand here that there is a creativity or gift with you? There's creativity or gift with you, something that's quite interesting. And what I want to say here is I feel that you're coming up to quite an interesting time. But would you understand it? You've got to keep your energies quite contained. And when I say quite contained here, I feel that it's almost like living life today and living life tomorrow and not going on too far in front of you, because you've got something that everybody else wants. Maybe it's your time, maybe it's your energy, maybe it's your what you know. Maybe it's something that everybody else wants that detracts you away from looking after you. And this is interesting here because I've got a gentleman here who's just stepped in beside you. He's on the father's side of your family. It may be your father or your grandfather, but I just pick up, no, he's actually trying to tell me something more aligned like a father figure. But he's saying to me here to say to you, he wants you to feel very, very strong. He wants you to feel very contained here. But he says here, don't exhaust your energies at this specific time, but just little bit by little bit. It's almost like you're in a very sporty car, but you don't need to put your foot down because after a while you'll run out of fuel. But if you just take it nice and easy, it'll go on. And then when you're ready, times are better. But let's have a little look here. Taurians are going through a little bit of a challenging time because Mercury's about to go completely opposite there. But let's see how things go. Right, I've just finished shuffling for me, Susie, and now shuffling away your cards here. I'm just going to say stop there. And let's have a little look. I'm going to go for the right pile on this, Susie, and let's see what comes up. Right, okie dokie. 3 miles across it. Let's have a little look. Your cards are saying here, yes, slowly by slowly. Interesting what's going to start happening here is a little bit of magic comes your way by people stepping out of the blue. People out of blue want to come and help you. Gifted friends, people want to be warm with you. And then after a little while, you'll be extraordinarily happy. But you know that sometimes you don't want to chance your card too much. You don't want to push things too much at the moment. Because your cards is saying here, yes, regarding other people, you just need to take things step by step by step. Slowly catches the monkey. And I think that's where you'll go. Okay, we have come to the end here. Jenny, thank you so much for your message today. You just joined the show. Unfortunately, it's practically over because we started an hour ago. But we're on at 8 o'clock Spain time, 7 o'clock UK. Sorry, beg your pardon, that's a Tuesday show. We start at 7 o'clock on Sundays, 6 o'clock UK time. But always join us on the Tuesday show and always join us on the Wednesday show. All details are on the websites. We're also on the Facebook pages, and see you guys very, very soon. We'd like to say from myself and a wonderful producer who I'd just like to say a big applause to, Deborah. Thank you very much. And to you guys, coming a bit of a hoot. To you guys there who are out in the States, can I give you this? And to you guys there in Europe. Isn't that nice? And yes, and to all you other guys out there, have a fantastic, fantastic week. See you Tuesday night with the fabulous Maria Helmsley. She's going to be joining me here in the studio. We're going to be talking psychic hairdressing. So there's going to be all sorts going on. So see you guys very, very soon. Loads and loads of love. Loads of love here from us, from a self-producer. That's love and burgers. Love and burgers. It's all the same, guys. It's all the same. Love and burgers means the same. Okay, see you guys very soon, and have a wonderful evening. Wonderful evening, remainder to your weekend. You guys in the States, see you later, y'all. And everybody else there, adios in Spain, and good evening to you guys in the UK. Cheerio, see you soon.